I showed you how I put the stick inside this pop, right? Basically each one gets dipped. You notice how I'm tapping my hand? Because most people will tend to want to do this. But what that does, it actually, I think that's one ball dipped. What that does is when you're actually dipping and you're tapping the stick on the actual edge of the cup, it loosens up the chocolate that you originally dipped from the beginning and causes the ball to fall off. So if you ever try them at home and you're wondering why is the ball coming off, one reason why they come off is because people tap. Another reason why they fall off is because they are not cold enough. You have to put once you dip the stick into the cake ball, you have to refrigerate them or put them in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once they're in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, they come out nice and firm. They're not soft. They won't fall off the stick. But it took me a long time to get this process right. And then, so this is my famous glitter. Comes in this, well, comes in a little jar, and I add them to this little handy pump they made for bakers. And basically what I do is just glitter each one. Just pump it. Okay? So fun and pretty. So it doesn't require much glitter, just a small little dab. I think this is probably the longest process of this. So you have to kind of make sure that you are putting the glitter before they dry. Glitter will only stick to a surface that's kind of wet. If it does dry, you just have to add a little bit of water with a brush to take, just to add that glitter so that it sticks. Sometimes I forget and then I have to add, but most of the time I don't forget and I add it while it's wet so that it sticks. So this is the most time consuming. I think my hand gets tired from tapping, but it is pretty soothing once you get the hang of it. It's kind of fun. You just gotta kind of be careful that they don't stick to each other. I have other types of cake pop stands, but just using this for today so you can kind of see how it's done. Can't forget to spray. And this is the best thing they ever made. It's like, I used to waste so much glitter, and if you're wondering, it's a non-toxic type of glitter which passes through the body. And it's totally edible. You can eat it. It's not like the glitter that you buy in the store. At a craft place, you actually have to get it from a company that makes the edible glitter. I get it from this company that sells them in little tiny jars for a lot of money. But I think it's worth it. Adding glitter to each pop, I think, makes it look extra special. And I just think it looks nicer. Sometimes I put swirls on them, but this is a lot of cake pops, so it'll be a lot of swirls. So I went with glitter, make it a little easier. So as you see, I'll show you this ball. And I tap, and as you tap, it makes the surface nice and round. See? You just tap in your hand, it kind of pops the bubbles. I can also make these into different shapes too, which I just recently did for another partner of mine, and he absolutely loved them, which is going to be a really good future order. And that's what you have.